Yo, what's up, YouTube? Back at you with another video on today. It is the Keeping It Raw podcast. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Click on that bell so that you'll be notified whenever we put up an upload. Hit the word all. Also, smash the like button. It's free and it don't cost you a thing. And we're going to get into it. You know what we do, guys? We talk prospects on this channel. And we're going to talk more prospects on today. Ways that the Detroit Lions can get better in the offseason. Now, we know that one of the biggest things that Detroit needs to do is be able to find athletic guys up front and guys that got a motor, guys that got speed, guys that will be able to help Aiden Hutchinson on his defense. It can't continue to be just Aiden Hutchinson doing all the work and getting to the quarterback all the time. It can't be that way. And I don't understand if Brad Holmes really knows this, but I understand what he did with the Marcus Davenport thing. It was a fairly low deal, bringing in somebody that you think that probably can help the team. I know he brought the best guy, Matthew Betts, and from the CFL and things of that nature. We'll see how these things pan out. I'm not going to write those guys off. But at the same time, the goal is to be able to get better up front, be able to get some dogs on that front line, so that you'll be able to create some pressure and havoc on Sundays. And this is one of the kids that I definitely think, Johnny Newton, I think that this kid right here can definitely create havoc on Sundays. To me, he's one of the best defensive tackles in this draft. The kid has a motor that don't stop, don't quit. And I love it, man. This dude stands at about 6'2", almost 300 pounds. He's 295 pounds. Newton has great bend for a defensive tackle. That's something that I truly love in this kid. Has quick hands as a pass rusher, has an impressive push-pull move to beat guards. And that's something that you need. You're going to have moves when you get into the NFL. It just can't be the same thing in the same way coming to guys all the time. You're going to have to think of ways and strategize on how to be able to get in there and stop the run in the backfield and also be able to stop the quarterback as well. And Newton has a great pass rush motor to get to cover sacks. So he is a guy that can definitely make some sacks and get to the quarterback. Now, is he going to beat Sue coming into the league? Probably not. We know how good Sue was in his rookie season. I think Sue had like 10 sacks or something like that in his rookie year. You never know. You never know what a dude can do. You just have to be able to see it on Sundays. But at the same time, I'm very impressed with the way he plays on film. Strong and physical at the point of attack, gets natural leverage and hard. He's hard to move one-on-one. And then also he can be violent getting off the blocks. This kid is definitely phenomenal, man. I love this Johnny Newton kid. And if the Detroit Lions walk away with him in the draft, I would definitely be pleased because I know that he's going to give it 110. When I'm watching this film, that's all I see from this kid. He's giving it 110. He does not take any play off. And that's what you want in Detroit. You want guys that don't take plays off. And Johnny Newton is one of those guys that does not take plays off. You need some athletes in Detroit, man. You can't just be Hutchinson being the only guy. Last year, you barely got anything from anybody else. As far as the Cora brothers, Charles Harris, any of the other guys, Josh Pascal, Levi, all of these other guys, John Kaminsky, you barely got anything from these guys. You need to be able to get production from some of these D linemen coming into the league. And I definitely think that Johnny Newton is one of those guys that can come in this league and wreck shop, man. I think that he can cause havoc on Sundays. And I think if the Detroit Lions walked away with him, I would be cool with it. I don't know which direction they're going to go in because now the Lions have signed a couple corners. So I don't know, is the corner the priority now? It's probably not. It could be an offensive lineman. It could be a defensive tackle, or it could be a pass rush guy. So now virtually they don't have to just go out to the corner. It is a lot of corners in the draft. I've talked about it, a lot of corners. Make sure you watch those videos because there's a lot of corners that I talked about because it looks like Detroit may not go for, if they stay in 29th overall position, they may not go out their corner. It may be another player that they go out there. Guys that I like in pass rushing too as well, guys like Adisa Isaac, Darius Robinson, Some of these guys, they got to get faster up front, and they got to get athletic up front. That's the biggest thing that I see in Detroit that Detroit needs to do. They got to get faster up front, and they have to be more athletic, being able to create ways and cause havoc on Sunday to get into that quarterback. But I love this kid's motor, and I think that he's a phenomenal talent. And I just think that Johnny Newton, if drafted in Detroit, I think that this dude will make an instant impact. He kind of reminds me of a Liam McNeil, but he kind of a little bit more athletic than a Liam McNeil. He's very aggressive against the run. He's very aggressive when it comes to getting to the quarterback. This dude is talented, man. And that's the one thing I'm gonna say about the Fighting Illini, man. They've been producing a lot of talent. We have Kirby Joseph, and then you had Devin Witherspoon last year that played for Seattle, is out there balling. Illinois is producing some talent, man. And man, I'm just really feeling this kid. I really like his game. And leave it in the comment section. Do you think that Detroit would go after a player like Newton? Because this is what they need. I already know that they're going to re-sign a lot of their guys. I know what Brad Holmes, is said that he's going to do. He pretty much said he wasn't going to make a splash with free agency, and that's exactly what happened. So I guess going forth, you don't need to be looking for him to make a splash through free agency. You got to watch him in the draft. Love Johnny Newton's game. Love what this kid brings to the table. And definitely, we're going to see where this kid lands at on draft night. If he'll land in Detroit, or will he take his talents to another team. But at the same time, man, this is definitely one of the guys that I got my eyes on, and he's definitely on my big board. And I would love to see him in Detroit. But if not, definitely wishing him the best with his career. All right, you guys, I'm out of here. Peace.